On vacation in 2008, Lin-Manuel Miranda sat in the sun and read Ron Chernow's biography of Alexander Hamilton. In those pages, the actor, producer, and songwriter saw something no one else could have seen: a hip-hop musical about America's founding fathers. His vision became Hamilton, the Broadway phenomenon that was nominated for a record 16 Tony Awards, winning 11. But Hamilton was not Miranda's first hit. In college, he began writing a show called In the Heights and saw it grow up to win 4 Tony Awards of its own. Lynn and I got together here in New York this week for a Sunday Sit-Down to talk about the latest chapter in his extraordinary career as a movie director. Lin-Manuel Miranda knew it sounded crazy.
You come up with a preposterous idea. You're going to tell the story of the founding fathers with black and Latin cast through hip-hop. The earliest pitch of that idea, how was it received?
Yeah, it's a terrible pitch. It's a terrible elevator pitch.
That terrible elevator pitch became Hamilton, the Broadway sensation that won 11 Tony Awards, a Grammy, and the Pulitzer Prize for Miranda.
The first time I ever performed anything from it was at the White House. It was 2009. I was like, I got 16 bars on Hamilton. I don't really have a chorus yet. I'll write it for this occasion.
I'm actually working on a concept album about the life of someone I think embodies hip-hop, Treasury Secretary Alexander Hamilton. You laugh, but it's true.
And in that video is a microcosm of the world's reaction. You say it, and everyone laughs.
The $10 founding father without a father got a lot farther.
Then you start telling the story, and everyone goes, wait, what happens?
Though Hamilton is a phenomenon unto itself, Miranda was not new to success on Broadway.
It's just a part of the routine. Everybody's got a job. Everybody's got a dream.
His first show, In the Heights, premiered in 2008 and won 4 Tonys, including Best Musical. This year, it got the movie treatment. Miranda credits another groundbreaking writer named Jonathan Larson and his revolutionary rock musical Rent for inspiring him to turn his own experiences into music.
I saw it for my 17th birthday. My high school girlfriend, Meredith Somerville, took me to the last row of the mezzanine of the Nederlander Theater, and I'll always be in her debt for that. And it was the most contemporary feeling show I'd ever seen. It felt like he was writing about his friends, and I was like, oh, I could write one day. And no other musical made me feel like that. It's a pretty short line from seeing Rent at 17 to starting to write In the Heights at 19. Because the things that Jonathan did with Rent are all things I believed in. I believe musical theater should be in communication with pop music and popular culture. I believe in bringing the kinds of music you love to musical theater. It's incorporated jazz, it's incorporated rock, it's incorporated hip-hop. Good storytelling is good storytelling. And Rent advanced that thesis.
Rent earned 4 Tony Awards and a Pulitzer and ran for 12 years on Broadway. But Larson never saw the success of his masterpiece. He died tragically on the morning the show was to premiere off-Broadway. Miranda's connection to Rent and its creator led him to bring another Larson project to the big screen. Tick, Tick, Boom is Larson's autobiographical story of a frustrated young composer furiously writing a musical that is bound for failure. Tony winner and Oscar nominee Andrew Garfield plays the lead role in the film.
Hello. Hi. Welcome. I'm Jonathan Larson.
Does he remind you in any way of Jonathan, based on what you know about Jonathan
100%.
Larson?
Well, they're both incredibly deep thinkers about their craft. Yeah. I knew I needed a theater beast. You can't just like cast a movie star as Jonathan Larson, because Jonathan Larson lived and breathed the theater, and in my conception of the movie, he would be playing piano and singing for half the film. And he can really sing. He can really sing.
Tick, Tick, Boom is Miranda's debut as a feature film director.
So as a first-time director, Tick, Tick, Boom is over, credits come up, directed by Lin-Manuel Miranda. What did that feel like?
Oh, man. You're trying to make me cry with this question, and you're going to succeed. It felt amazing. It's such a dream come true for me. There were challenges to this film. We made this film in the midst of a pandemic. There were so many times when I thought this movie would never get made. And so to be on this side of it is just, it's an enormous relief. And what I'm most proud of is the fact that the people in Jonathan's life are so proud of the film. That means I've done my job.
The son of parents who moved to New York from Puerto Rico, Miranda's own story began in Upper Manhattan. He was drawn to the stage from a young age and was hooked for good after starring in a 6th grade production of Bye Bye Birdie.
When you play Conrad Birdie and you're 12 and you're 3 feet tall, and every time you sing, everyone is supposed to faint and gasp, Conrad! I was like, I'm doing this for the rest of my life. Like, there was no other choice.
Whoa, yeah!
My early attempts at writing musicals were all Larson knockoffs. I was trying to sound like him. And then In the Heights was the first time I started to sound like myself.
The success of In the Heights gave Miranda license to attempt something as audacious as a hip-hop musical about the Founding Fathers.
Are you able, with a little distance now, to articulate why it caught fire the way it did?
Well, I think the things that it's quote-unquote are about are not really what it's about. It's really about what are we doing with our time. It's the same thing Tick, Tick, Boom's about. How do we respond to the fact that we don't know how long we have here? And in the moment when Hamilton is his most cautious and Burr is reckless, one kills the other, and that's how they're remembered forever. And then you have the third story of Eliza, who lives more than twice the age of anybody else in the thing and has a more significant and meaningful life than the folks who were all chasing legacy. And so you can't leave that show without thinking, what am I doing with my life? It's the same feeling I got when I saw Tick, Tick, Boom at age 21 and thought, what am I really doing with my life? I think Hamilton hits that weird chord in the same way.
Tick, Tick, Boom is in theaters and streaming now on Netflix. And the animated film Encanto, which includes 8 new songs written by Miranda, hits theaters this Wednesday, November 24th. Our big thanks to Haswell Greens in New York for hosting our conversation. Don't forget to subscribe to the Sunday Sitdown podcast to hear the full-length interview with Lin-Manuel Miranda. It's a good one, as you can imagine. You can find it on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get yours.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.